Hello, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. This is Platform on the network service of the NTA. I'm Ruth Aguele. Good governance, they say, comes with innovation, strategic roadmap, ability to carry the people along, and leadership, of course, we know comes with responsiveness, accountability, transparency, equity, and fairness. Nigeria as a nation is blessed with 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and each state we know is peculiar to its own potential and leadership, while making sure to put the right policies in place to ensure that the state is in the right path to prosperity. Ebonyi State, known as the salt of the nation, is on the spotlight for us today on Platform. I'm sure you may be aware that Ebonyi State is said to be gradually becoming a global village, where we hope to find out soon on the strides recorded in the state, not leaving out the state government's efforts in tackling confronting challenges facing the state. Ebonyi State will be 25 years after its creation in 1996. Has the dreams of the founding fathers been achieved? On Platform today, we want to explore the developmental agenda of the state. And my guest is Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji, Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Ebonyi State. Thank you, Barrister, for joining us. Once again, you're welcome on Platform. This is your second time on Platform, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so let me quickly take you through his profile. Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji had his primary education at Ugongwo Primary School, Ishiagu, between 1983 and 1989. He also attended the then St. John Bosco campus, called at that time Ishiagu High School. He gained admission into Abia State University, Uturu, and graduated in law in 2002. He was called to the Nigerian bar as a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 2004. In June 2007, he was among those inaugurated in the hallowed chambers of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and thereupon elected as the chief whip of the House. Throughout the period, he chaired the Committee on Justice and Judiciary for the first quarter of the tenure, Finance and Appropriation for the second quarter. In the year 2014, he was appointed as the presidential nominee in the West African Examination Council (WAEC) International to represent Nigeria, a position he held till 2015. Barrister Oji has served as Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources in Ebonyi State. He also served as a member State Committee on Collation of the Customary Laws of Ebonyi State, Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, former Commissioner for Economic Empowerment and Job Creation, and former Commissioner for Human Capital Development and Monitoring. Today, he is currently making waves. That's what we hear as Commissioner for Information and State Orientation in Ebonyi State. Thank you once again, Barrister, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We have a panelist in our midst, our judiciary correspondent here in NTA, Austin Ayembe. Thank you very much for joining us on the platform.
Thank you very much.
All right, now, Barrister, we want to look at the developmental agenda of Ebonyi State. The last time you were here, you said a lot on the strides recorded and how much effort has been put in place by the state government, to tackle head-on those challenges while recording some of the achievements. Now, a few months down the line since your last time on Platform, what is the latest update you want to tell us how it's Ebonyi State progressing?
Thank you very much. I must commend you for taking your time to talk about Ebonyi State and the facts of its creation and the aspirations of the founding fathers. And now I'm here to tell you about what we have done so far to satisfy the yearnings of our people. The government of Ebonyi State, under the able leadership of His Excellency, Engineer Chief David Umahi, has been very eventful. 2015, exactly on the 29th day of May, he came on board and rolled out programs with which to tackle the problems of the state. So the state, before he came on board, was known and called the dust of the nation. Even though the founding fathers created it and called it the salt of the nation, with the aspirations and expectations that never came until he came on board. But the governor coming on board had to identify the critical sectors. One is road, one is security, one is education, health, agriculture, of course, and human capital development, among others. In the area of infrastructure, which road is one of them, the governor thinks that giving the people environment is all there is for investment to come, for industrialization to come, for agricultural development to come, and all of that. And so he aggressively pursued road construction. Today we have Ebonyi, that is a global village in terms of road construction. I think apart from Lagos and Abuja, we have the best network of roads. Apart from Lagos and Abuja, we have the best flyover and the highest number of flyovers, about 14 number of flyovers by Ebonyi State that came just in 1996. And I can tell you that the governor is looking at many years to come. You've got tariffs for our people to be educationally and educationally developed, and also for people to be agriculturally developed, and for people to also be self-reliant and self-sufficient.
Okay, and we'll definitely be looking at all sides to what you've been saying, talking about education, agriculture, health, of course, and the rest of them. But I want to focus on infrastructure for now, because you mentioned Ebonyi State has one of the best roads in the country. This infrastructural development going on, is it just in the urban centers? Is it also reaching the people down in the communities?
Yeah, as I speak with you, we now have, apart from the metropolis, which is an emerging city in Nigeria, I tell you, a very beautiful place. We have 3 more satellite towns being created by the government under this administration. We have one in each of the 3 senatorial zones, and each has dualized road, both federal and state, and we are looking at no less than a 25-kilometer road per local government. We are looking at no less than 500 number a kilometer road federal government.
You're looking at that; it's not been, it has not started.
That is what has been done.
Okay.
That is the dimension of the work done. Sorry about the usage of English there. Now, let me also say that. As I speak with you, the governor is churning the entire local government areas through one road system that's called Ring Road. Not less than 8 local government will be the first beneficiary in the first phase of the reconstruction. And this Ring Road will really trigger agricultural development, because it's going to the nooks and crannies of the local communities. And I can tell you that this has really impacted on the interest of farmers in agriculture, and of course even the issue of enrollment of pupils in school because of all of this development that we have seen. Now the governor is going beyond the issue of mere development, facelift of the urban and of course satellite towns. He's looking at what to do, the facilities that will be created that will enhance human capital development, that will enhance economic development, strictly speaking. So what did he do? He had to build the biggest African mall. I mean, the biggest mall in Africa. That mall has about 5,000 number shops. It's a very multinational shopping mall. It's about 99% completion. And the governor is also building what is called international airport. That airport is factored after Abuja and Lagos. And it has 4x4 kilometer, it's sitting on 4x4 kilometer land, and it's having about 3.5 kilometer runway.
The last time you were here, you said it's 60% completion?
Yes, I speak with you. The facilities are on ground. That is what will be used to furnish the national airport, and I can tell you categorically that we are closing up to 70% completion.
Okay. Let me chip in here. You know, one of the major problems we have with our federalism is the overdependence of states on revenue allocation. So where are you getting your money to work on some of these projects?
This has been the question by Nigerian people. Where does the governor of Ebonyi State get his money? I can tell you that he has a secret of governance that many people do not know about. Prudence is the first thing. Another thing is monitoring and evaluation and ensuring quality. Quality assurance is his watchword. And of course, it ensures zero tolerance for corruption and makes everybody to really work for the intrinsic value, not for the extrinsic value. And he also takes advantage of every program of federal government, every program of development partners and donor agencies. He doesn't say because he belongs to this party, so he will have to confine himself on the federal allocation. No. And so that has really helped. Today, he's working, Ebonyi State government is working with the CBN to really bring on board all the CBN empowerment programs, the Commercial Agricultural Credit Scheme, the Anchor Borrowers Program is really helping, and all the fundings by donor agencies, development partners have been trapped, and Governor is effectively using all of these funds to develop our state.